So today we're talking about making choices in this world that help you find your way to life in heaven. And that's an important thing to do. Now, one of the things we need to remember about this is angels. Angels are very important. And the word angel actually means a messenger, someone who connects or carries a message from. So angels, one of the jobs that they have to do is they take messages from the Lord and they bring them to us. That's a wonderful idea. You think of all the different wonderful things we have. You see a little baby or you see a nice day and your heart's filled with happiness and love. Well, that's the angels are bringing and connecting us to the Lord. And all those good ideas that we have, He makes them just feel so good. But remember, we also have a physical body. We live in the world. And that body, our physical body, needs things. We get hungry. Think of a little baby. Babies are really selfish, aren't they? When they get hungry, they don't care what mom's doing. They don't care if she's busy. They just start to cry. And they're not evil. It's just they're thinking about, I want, and me first. And these are selfish things that we all have because we have physical bodies and we live in the world. We get hungry, we get thirsty, we get tired, and we start going, I want that, and I can't wait for other people. So where do those feelings come from, those sad feelings? Well, they actually come from below. And there are spirits who connect us that way too. And you think, well, that's a terrible thing. Well, actually, it's not. It's a wonderful, merciful thing, isn't it, that the Lord has figured out a way to connect us to those wonderful, loving thoughts by having angels bring them from the bottom, from the top, down into us. And so we feel warmth and love and all those good things. But He also has figured out a way that while we live in the body, those selfish things, the me first, the I want, that kind of thing, is fed from below. That's kind of an interesting idea that we're in a balance. We have, and guess what? We get to choose which one we listen to. We get to choose. Here's a passage that Swedenborg wrote in a book called Heavenly Secrets, telling us about, it's a book called Heavenly Secrets. It's telling us secrets about heaven. And this is one of them. It says, with every person, 2 spirits from hell are present and 2 angels from heaven. They're present because a person is born in sins. Doesn't really, babies aren't born in sins, so to speak, but they have a natural body and they're not really thinking about other people yet. So that's what it means. The natural body has demands. And they can't live unless he is on one hand in communication with hell, and the other hand in communication with heaven. His entire life depends on having these on either hand. What an amazing teaching. What a wonderful secret of heaven that actually we're being fed all the things that we have when we're born in the world. The Lord's giving them life. He flows into those things and makes sure we have them. But He also gives us freedom, the ability to make choices. Now listen to this part. It goes on. When a person is growing up, he begins to be his own master. That is, it seems to him that his will and actions spring from his own power of judgment, and in matters of faith, his thought and deductions are the result of his own power of understanding. It's true for all of us, isn't it? That we really feel the Lord's a gift from the Lord, that although life's flowing in, we really feel in our own minds that we're doing these things ourselves, that it's our own personal life and we're private in there. And we can make these choices on our own, and nobody knows what we're thinking. That's what it feels like. So if during this time the person inclines to evils, people make choices and they say, I can do a couple different things, but I'm going to do something selfish. This will benefit me. I'll get money or I'll get something out of it. Or maybe it's a mean feeling. I'll say, I'm going to do this so people will laugh at my friend. If you start making those choices, what happens? You're opening a doorway from below. And evil spirits start drawing even closer. You invite them by your actions and your words. You invite them. So it says, if during this time he inclines to evils, the spirits from hell draw closer to him, and the angels from heaven move away. But the wonderful thing is, it goes on to say, if he chooses to do good, chooses to do the right thing, the angels from heaven draw closer. They get even closer. They want to come and be there with you. And they draw nearer, and the spirits from hell are pushed away. Those are choices that we get to make, all of us. Whether you're a little kid or whether you're a grown-up, it doesn't matter. All the time, the Lord's feeding us and keeping in this wonderful balance where all these external forces are there, but we get to choose what kind of person we're going to be. If you're thinking nice, heavenly thoughts, angels come near because they love what you're thinking and doing. And evil spirits move away because they say, oh, that's terrible. We don't want to be around that, all those goody-goodies. But the same thing is true when you think angry or selfish thoughts or try and think mean thoughts about people. Well, that just makes the evil spirits happy, and they come close, and the angels feel, well, this is sad, but I can't be near you when that happens. And so you draw from that. So by choosing the things you think about, it's important. By choosing what you think about, you have a choice. You can say, I'd like to think about this now. Or, I'm thinking about something I shouldn't be thinking about. I'll think about something else now. If you keep doing that and you keep thinking about what the Lord wants us to do in the Word and thinking about what the right thing to do is and what the kind thing to do is, and you make your choices like that, you make a habit. Your mind comes into a changed kind of thing. It's a mind that the angels could draw near. And what ends up happening is if you make that a habit in your life here, when you finally put this body away and go to the other world, and this is the secret of heaven, then what happens is you draw even closer. If you've made it a habit of thinking good thoughts and kind thoughts and trying to do the right thing, then you will be with the angels of heaven forever.